So good to be seen, and it's even better to see what's going on. Welcome back to yet another video. In case we are, of course, meeting for the first time, my name is Francis. Put it right there. I'm a destination wedding photographer based out of sunny San Juan, Puerto Rico, and also happen to be an after-shoot ambassador. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk to you about this bad boy right here. This is, of course, the Fujifilm X100V. This is all the rage. It's in back order from Amazon, Adorama, anywhere that you can think of, essentially. And I happened to get my hands on it. I made a YouTube shorts of how I made that happen. It might piss you off, but it's linked in this channel in the short section. So make sure to check around and watch that before we actually dive into this video. Anyway, I wanted to make this video because ever since I have gotten my hands on it, I've sort of pimped it out with a couple of accessories I want to share with you in case you are also trying to take your shooting experience with this camera to the next level. So we'll dive into it. The first and foremost, I think the best one that I have purchased is this Pique design micro clutch that's specifically made for this kind of camera. It's very minimal in design. This one, since it does not have much of an L-shaped bottom, I purchased the one that sort of is an I shape. Again, links to all of these accessories will be down below in the description if you pique your interest and you want to pick one of these up. I think this is very wonderful to have because I can see myself walking in the streets of New York or here in Puerto Rico and just have this dangling from my my hands. As you can see here, it just covers these two finger, the middle finger and the ring finger, and I could just literally like have it dangle from my hand, just walking around doing my street photography, or if I happen to take this to one of my weddings, it's amazing. Gives me the peace of mind that it's obviously not going anywhere because these things are very minimal and they might fall off your hand. So this is definitely the very first one I would recommend if you are in fact an owner of this camera, or you also are thinking of getting this camera and have that peace of mind that you're not going to drop this thing. To that same note, I actually got my hands on what's called a thumb grip. This is something that you actually slide right into the hot shoe of the camera, and using your thumb, it literally provides more added comfort and a grip for more stability when taking, slow shutter pictures and things of that nature. And it combined with the Pique design clutch, it provides you with that added security that you're never going to drop this camera whatsoever. So the third accessory might not actually be a huge difference maker for you, but I enjoy using it simply because the shutter button that is fully integrated onto this camera isn't as nice to press as it's one of these. So this is a shutter button that I picked up on Amazon, very cheap, but albeit makes the shooting experience extremely comfortable. I got it in black to match the silver and black aesthetic. Again, linked down below if you want to pick one up. It does come with a caveat. They are very easy to lose. This is actually my third one already. I will say this, whenever you are in fact turning on and off this camera, what you want to do is make sure that you are turning it on and off with the actual switch itself and not using this, because what supposed to happen is you screw this on, and every time that you use this added button to turn on and off the camera, essentially what you're doing is unscrewing it each and every time a little bit more, and it's a cause for concern, and you're going to end up unscrewing it entirely, and next thing you know, it's nowhere in your bag and it's somewhere in a gutter. So keep that in mind if you're actually going to add this to your repertoire of accessories for the Fuji X100V. So the fourth accessory that I want to bring to your attention is, of course, this pretty cool looking lens hood from Hoji. I'm going to call it Hoagie because I do love my fair share of Holy. As you can see, this lens hood is rectangular, gives it that Leica kind of vibe. And the reason why you'd want to get one of these is to keep unwanted light and, flares from actually hitting your sensor and damaging your images in ways that you don't want light to affect it. So it's pretty neat. I like the cool, and honestly, for me, it's more purely aesthetic. I just love the way it makes this analog looking camera feel in my hands. It looks pretty. It looks dope. I like it. It's not too expensive, and it'll definitely give you that, connoisseur photography vibe. I don't know what I'm saying, but it just looks cool. I'd get it. And last but not least, and one of the best investments that I actually made for this camera is getting myself a Cinebloom diffuser at 20% from Moment. This is something that's going to give your highlights that bloom look, literally, by a process called halation, which is, of course, the one responsible for softening the highlights while retaining a little bit of contrast. I went with 20% because I love that dreamy look when it comes to, family pictures and capturing the moment, and especially my street photography in New York, which is a place that I love to shoot. So there you have it. Those are the 5 things that I would personally get myself for this X100V so I can enhance my experience. Again, they are the thumb grip, the shutter button, the lens hood, the moment diffusion, and of course the Pique design strap that's underneath, screwed onto the camera. So that's going to be it for me. These links are going to be down in the description if you want to pick one up. And honorable mention, I will be putting in a glass protector for the back screen. That's also going to be linked down below. Definitely something to think about if you don't want to scratch this screen. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you have any questions regarding the X100V, if you actually want me to review this camera for you at a later video, let me know down in the comments. If you got something out of this video, hey, stick that thumb you know where. And if you want to see more content like this or make a suggestion, I'd love to have you. Stick around by subscribing. My name is Francis. It's been real. It's been nice. Hasn't been real nice, though. I will see you soon.